Well. Welcome back to the FayWhat show. And look who found his way back into my bed. You know, they say once you go leather, you never go back. And clearly that is true because this is round 2 with the fabulous Chuck King, creator and producer of Florida Leather Week, co-owner of the Eagle Wilton Manors, and one of the masterminds behind some of the most iconic bear and leather events across the country. He's been celebrated on the Out and Proud Top 50 list and just snagged a culturally significant award for community leadership. Chuck, welcome back to my bed, baby.
Thank you, Faye.
Woohoo!
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here.
Hi, honey. You know, you know that I love your energy. I love your grit. I love that you're no nonsense and you don't take no BS from nobody. You remind me a lot of me.
I could only be like FayWhat. Oh my God. I will never be that fabulous.
Oh, please. Well, speaking of fabulous, Chuck, thank you so much for, bringing me something to wear. I love this hat.
Well, it is Leather Week, so, it's perfectly fitting.
Listen, and let me tell you, Leather Week, if you're curious about it, this is the week to really get uncurious and make your way to the pool, so to speak, So
Absolutely.
You're behind Unveiled Visions, the erotic art show that celebrates the human form in ways most galleries are too shy to touch. All
Absolutely.
right. And I love that. Let's start there because there's so much to He's like an onion. There's so many leather parts to pull out, right? So how did this idea come about, and why was it so important to create a space for that kind of bold, unapologetic expression?
Sure. So it kind of stems back to when my partner, well, my ex-partner, my ex-husband, and I, we lived in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And before we opened the Baltimore Eagle, a friend of ours, David, he took us to an art show, and it was an erotic art show. Mm. And we thought, oh, this will be kind of fun. And so we went, and it was like we arrived at the venue. The line was from the venue all the way down the block. There had to be hundreds of people in line just waiting to get in to see the incredible art. So we, of course, got in right away because we were wearing leather and they wanted us to sort of, be part of the show. And we watched just crazy performance artists and just really beautiful art. And it just really celebrates everything about, humans just in general. Mm-hmm. But we were blown away. So when we opened the Baltimore Eagle, we had a little space, probably, I don't know, maybe 400 square feet or something. And it was above the retail store. So we opened that up as an art gallery.
Ooh.
And
how different.
Yeah.
Right? Like one leather bar would have
Right.
an art gallery.
Right.
Only Chuck
Right.
King comes up with this shit. You know what I mean?
And of course, all the art was geared to be, either fetish, erotic or whatever, but adult driven
Mm-hmm.
art. And we were blown away by the outreach and we had Baltimore Arts Magazine reach out to us, and they did one of their magazine launches there because of the art gallery. So we found in general that artists don't have a lot of places to show their art if it's of adult content.
To express themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we moved here, of course, and we're super happy and proud to be part of the Eagle. But I started Florida Leather Week back a few years ago. This is it was originally a weekend, and now it's expanded to 9 days. Mm-hmm. But we started that with the intent to do all kinds of really crazy stuff and fun stuff. And Greg came up with the name and the idea to add this art show to the Florida Leather Week, and it's just become.
Love the name.
Yeah, thank you. It's become overwhelming. I mean, we have over 70 artists from all over the world originally.
Is there one artist that you can pinpoint that when you saw their piece, you were like, oh my leather Jesus?
Oh, so, actually, so last night, believe it or not, there was a gentleman that had driven all the way from Tennessee, and he had just kind of reached out and sent an email and said, hey, I have art that will fit great for the show. And he drove out and he showed up, and he wasn't even in the curation or anything, but his art is so provocative and so compelling and so incredibly risky that we were like, yeah, we have to get some of his pieces in the art show. So, and it's I mean, I don't really want to give it away. I want you to come and see the show.
No, of course.
But some of his work is just and when he speaks so passionately about his past experiences and why he created this art, it just gives you chills. And he's like a genius. I'm super excited for that. But there's so many artists like that, and it's going to be a beautiful show. If you come, you'll see all kinds of really fun, wild stuff. So
I love that. I love that. So, you've been around art and nightlife and community forever.
Yeah.
Forever. What keeps you inspired to keep pushing these boundaries instead of playing it safe, especially in the climate that we're in? You know what I mean? Like, you're still pushing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like, I can only imagine the erotic and exotic and amazing art that we're going to see at Florida Leather Week. But like, you're adding while other people are taking back, you know?
Yeah. We're this is all community, right? And it's also my passion. It's like I think I said on the last show, when I see a sea of people that are either thinking or smiling and just enjoying wherever they're at in the moment, that it just puts a smile on my face, and it knows that we've done something really cool. So,
yeah. Let's talk about the Eagle. Okay, we got to talk about the Eagle. The Eagle Wilton Manors, you've been there. Wherever you are in the world, you've been on that line. If you were on the Atlantis cruise ship, you were getting on that Eagle line right after, It's the Eagle. It's wonderful. It's welcoming. It's inclusive. These are things that you don't usually hear when you think of a leather bar, but this is my experience, and I am just overjoyed by the team over there. I adore the whole crew. How is it that you say it? Fiorenzo? Is that
Fiorenzo, yes.
Fiorenzo. I love his mustache. Sometimes I don't understand what the F he's saying, right? But I just love to be around him. And his hubby, Tony, like,
Yeah.
I love them. You're like all like the leather Avengers.
Well, we try.
You know what I mean? Can I film one of your board meetings?
Yeah, that would be maybe some good TV. But sometimes it can get pretty heated.
Like, do any of those like meetings end up like with a safe word needed?
Oh God, it's funny. We sit in some of these meetings, and a couple of our team members, I'm not going to say who's what, but a couple are a little bit more conservative. Some of us are really edgy and always trying to push the envelope. So we tend to fall right in the middle somewhere, and it's a good balance. We really balance each other out, which is we're thankful for that. So.
Yes, no, and again, I mean, you couldn't put together a more equally stimulating, powerful workhorse team. You know what I mean? Like, I'm close friends with Salvo. I love him. What you all have done with the Eagle, what now he's done with Salvo's Osteria Romana is just incredible. But I always just imagine you guys like in a room, like trying to make decisions, like, I could see you're gentlemen also. I think that's a good way to also explain it, right? Where I can see that you can be, if you're really passionate about something, you're going to fight for it. And if you're not, you're going to go, you know what? This is not my fight kind of deal. Does that sound about right with your crew?
Yeah. We fight for what we want internally, each of us. And we always have to kind of keep looking from the other side and the other perspective.
I love that.
Which I think is what keeps us balanced as well.
Yeah.
We have a really strong team, and all of us have a kind of a certain part that we're really good at, and we are really trying to sort of, work on utilize those strengths.
The best assets that everybody has.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and something wonderful about the team also at the Eagle is that they support each other, because everybody on that team has other ventures. We were saying before the show that there's like 100 of us doing 15 jobs, right? Like,
right.
Each of you have other ventures, and yet you go and support each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to. Because that's family.
Well, because Salvo would kill you if you don't go to Salvo's also.
Exactly, that's it.
Just saying. Something that I had seen online, and maybe you can elaborate a little bit more on, was that you've taken the lead on tackling pickpocketers in Wilton Manors. I was a little surprised by that. You know what I mean? Just because that's something that just happens, right? Not someone that usually business owners are proactive in trying to help that from happening. Does that make any sense?
Completely,
you know what I mean?
100%. So, it's become a big problem. And in the last 6 years that we have been open, we just had our 6th anniversary on Saturday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that in gay years is like 62 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So hopefully we got at least another 60 left.
Yes.
I don't know, something like that. But so it's become a major problem. And we in a period of time, I think it was over 6 months, we had like 52 cell phones stolen, and that
wow.
something like that. And I don't know the exact figure, but we thought we were doing enough. We were wristbanding everybody to make sure that everyone has abandoned, so in case somehow they accidentally got in or whatever. And we put up signs that blink that say active pickpockets. We are very transparent transparent about it, and we put it on our website. We put it, into social media, and we do the best we can to try and educate tourists. But you can't reach them. You can't reach half of them.
Yes.
So they will stumble into places, and we're not the only place. It's every place on the drive has this problem. There are some places that have it even worse than we do. So we were really tired because when customers get very upset, they want us to do more, and they kind of get angry, and they're like, "You're not doing enough." And so we decided that you're right. We aren't doing enough, and we can do better, and we can do more. So we've installed, they're called exit checks, and all we do, it's a very simple process, but when they're leaving on busy nights, we ask them to unlock their cell phone, and we wand them down to make sure they have no other devices on them. If they do, they have to unlock the cell phone, or we keep the cell phone, and if they refuse to do any of that, then we call the police, and the police, they aren't having it. So the police department is so completely behind us and on our side, and it's great. We've had over 5 arrests already with the cell phones and the pickpocketers. We have a great team that they're watching on surveillance. They're following individuals when somebody says something, and they see something, they say something. So we've been blessed with a great team who's really dedicated to make this happen, and so we have eliminated 99.9% of all pickpocketing.
God, that's amazing, Chuck. You say it like whatever, and then I changed my robe to another one because it was there. I mean, this is huge.
Oh, thank you very much.
People don't usually go that extra mile, right? They think we are in a tourist town, so hey, they got pickpocketed. Other tourists will take their place, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It's a really good feeling because if we call ourselves a real safe space, we got to include this.
Yeah.
It's got to be part of it.
You got to talk the talk and walk the walk. Right. And how blessed are we that we have Wilton Manors PD also, saying, okay, we'll support you, right? I mean, we all know that in our community, we've had strained relationships with the police. I'm not lying to you, right? Especially the BIPOC community, right? But when we hear stories like this, we have to say, yes, okay, not all police are bad, right? And many want to protect and serve and protect us and protect 100. Our community. Mm-hmm. And this is how they show it, So, wow, I love that. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that answer. I'm sorry, Chuck. You know what I mean? I was like, I was expecting. So we put some extra cameras, bada bing, bada boom. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're not playing. I love that. Kudos to the Eagle and all of you. I mean, it's a testament to how important you value your customers.
100%.
Plain and simple.
That's all it is.
Period.
Yeah, we really do.
Period. So. All right, let's talk about Florida Leather Week.
All right.
Woohoo! All right, the movement, baby. Okay, so let's get into Florida Leather Week. It's not just a party, it's a freaking movement. 9 days of leather, fetish, art, and most importantly, community, So give us the vibe, baby. What's new this year, and what are you most excited for people to experience?
So the newest thing is the art show, which we've talked about. But it's something you really don't want to miss. There are different days, but the opening is tonight, Tuesday, November 11th. And are you coming to the opening?
Of course.
Okay,
hello.
Awesome. So there's a reception. Well, the opening starts at 7 p.m. But anyone can come. It closes at 11 o'clock, but it's open every day until Sunday. But every day there is something that you will experience, whether it be performers and artists. On Wednesday, we're doing the Tom of Finland movie showing and a panel discussion to follow. Of course, you can get all this at FloridaLeatherWeek.com. Thursday, oh my gosh, what's happening Thursday? I forget.
There's so much.
Yeah, there's so much. Friday is the Flock Fest night.
Nice. Flock Fest boys, love you. Kevin, Steven, Dan, all you guys.
Yes. And Saturday is a huge expanded. So the saddest thing about it is we had to cancel our street fair this year.
I so enjoyed the street fair. It was so good back there.
But we are bringing it back next year. A lot of the funding cuts, unfortunately, with the politics and DeSantis. So he's made it very difficult. He's scrubbed all of the LGBT off of pretty much every vacation website that has to do with Florida. And it's really sad. So this is the time that we need to stand up for ourselves. We are not going to go back in the closet.
No, hell no.
And there will be a special guest performer on Saturday at the Unveiled Visions show. Her name is Rhonda Santos. Yes, yes. And she'll be performing all day and hosting the event starting at 3 p.m.
Oh, I can't wait.
But please join us for that. That's the most exciting stuff. It's happening. But there's every day there's different events, different venues. We started off the weekend with a leather pride walk. Very well attended. And then we had a party last night at Ramrod. We had a chili cook-off yesterday hosted
I
by
love that
Stephen
Stephen
Crespo.
Crespo. I
We
love
loved him.
you.
And you were a judge last year.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, 18 different types of chili.
Yes.
Okay, I told the bottoms to take the night off. But what an incredible event. And they did.
And they did.
And scene. No, but I mean, again, but there's something for everyone.
Absolutely,
You understand? Like when,
absolutely, yeah.
you know, there is still a sort of stigma when it comes to leather, right?
Yeah.
And I know that for me, I've learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot from Elimination Onyx. Like I've asked questions, you know, and a lot of people don't have that flexibility to just go up to someone and ask these questions. You
Sure.
know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
so for people who've never dipped their toes in the leather pool, like I was telling you, right? For the newbies, the curious kittens, what's the first thing you tell them to ease that thought of like, what do I wear panic? Because that would be like my first, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe it's not your first panic, but I mean like, you know, like I don't want to stand out. I want to fit in. I want to enjoy myself, but I don't know what to wear.
Sure. So it's always good if they have a friend who maybe is a little bit more engaged in the leather scene if they're new to it. But the best thing to do is actually come to our leather shop or go to Leather Works or go to a leather place near you in the city near you because they will try some things on and they'll fit you out and you can feel it and try it and you know and then if you have that little kid that wants to come out and experience it that's probably your best bet is to stop there.
Well, and
So-
there's so many different pieces. Like I have a friend who had to like break in his new boots. I mean, there's so many different, you know, just
Yeah.
how much or how little you want to do, it's really up to you, you know? But you know, get that thought out of your head, right? Like, you know, stop separating yourself and become a part of, right? We're constantly like, oh my God, what are they going to think? When they don't give a shit. They want you to be there and happy. You know what I
Amen.
mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
that happens. That's just being part of a marginalized community. Get that out of your head and continue, you know? Chuck, you've made FLW a pansexual celebration,
Yes,
right? Which
yes.
I love. Tell me why that inclusivity matters so much.
So it's partially about helping to end stigma, first and foremost. And, you know, especially with the art show, you know, we wanted to make sure that everyone was represented. So we have trans artists, we have gay artists, straight artists, you know, bisexual artists, you know, black, white. We have artists of every nationality.
Women artists, they have everything. They have everything.
Yeah, and they're represented from 9 different countries, all over the United States.
9 different countries?
Yeah, 9 different countries. Like we have Belgium, we have Germany, we have oh my God, I forget the list, but I can check it up if you want. But yeah, so it's an incredible representation. But we didn't want it to be just a gay event. We wanted real, true inclusivity on this, especially. But yeah, all the events are open to everyone. Don't feel uncomfortable by coming out and joining us at anything. And I'll be at every one, so you'll know a familiar face and a familiar friend. So come see me.
Right? He'll be your point of reference, right? You see Chuck King, the bathrooms are to the right. You see Chuck King, the tire is to the left. You know what I mean, all right?
Yeah. Oh, you want to buy that piece of art? Okay, it's
You
yeah,
see
right
Chuck's
here.
head? Okay. Behind him is and the ATM is to the right.
Right.
Chuck, so you've been producing leather bear. Oh, which I wore bears
Yes.
for you.
Yeah,
Do you like
thank
that?
you. I love it.
So you've been producing leather bear and community events for 25 years.
Yeah.
Holy crap. So he started when he was 3, right? That's a long legacy. What's still lighting that creative fire for you, Bobby?
Oh God.
Like every time I see you, you are working on something new.
Yeah, we try. I mean, we have a production company that some of us are involved in, and we're really trying to not only just do gay events, but also we're dipping into some just huge, you know, everyone events.
Everyone events, yeah.
You know, there might be something that we're working with the city of Fort Lauderdale with in the future.
Okay.
That's going to be a big thing, which is really cool and exciting.
I love that.
But yeah, we're just really trying to you know serve the gambit. But we really love to bring the straight and the gay community
Yeah.
together because
You can't do anything
they
without
support
them.
us. They support us, right? And
Yeah.
in this time period, we really need their support. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So the last thing we want to do is alienate anyone, especially in the leather community.
100%. So you and Corey, your partner,
Hmm.
who I adore, who is a super cutie,
Thank you.
are a total power couple. Total power couple to me. What's the secret to balancing love, work, and all that leather? Like, how do you balance all that?
Well, the first thing is,
Get a house together.
Yeah, we got a
'Cause that's
house
what they
together.
did.
We actually both recently, we quit drinking.
Okay,
Completely.
congratulations.
Yeah. So, we just, with some minor health things, the doctor's like, well, you're 53 and you're going to be 54 soon. So,
And you're like, no shit.
Yeah. So we decided to, just put down the alcohol or anything, and just live our best lives and make the best of what we are doing.
I love that.
And it's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
Yeah,
So,
you were telling me
yeah.
something off air that I'm just gonna blow up your spot and say because I'm just an asshole that way, right? I love when people stop drinking, right? It's not about sobriety. It's just about a better health and a better life and a better outlook and you being the best you that you can be. And we need you to be the best you that you can be because we're in a fight right now. You know what I mean? So when he told me that him and Corey weren't drinking anymore, I was like, man, I'll support you 100%. I love that. I love to go to an event and look at somebody who's not drinking and know that they know what I know and that we're good and we continue with our party, right? But something that you told me, and it wasn't in confidence, so F it. You said that this journey with not drinking has you falling more in love with Corey.
Yeah.
Look at that face! Look at that face, Corey! Yeah, you owe me. Look at that face. He's red.
God.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. It's really made wonders in our relationship. I mean, we had a good relationship, but this is just, we're really spending real quality time together.
Yeah.
And
And you remember it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't feel like crap the next day, and
Your skin's not all effed
right,
up.
right.
I mean,
Exactly,
you know what I
exactly,
mean?
yeah.
Like people are like, "Oh my God, how old are you? 40?" Yes, I stopped drinking, bitch. If they would have told me that I would have lost 22 pounds and my skin would have looked better from drinking, I would have stopped a long time ago.
Amen. Right?
Shit.
Jeez.
When you and Corey finally get a day off or a night off, which I doubt that happens a lot these days with everything that you guys are doing, what do you?
He's really putting up with me right now.
Is
Can
he?
I just tell you? Yeah. I mean,
Because I know how you get during Florida
Yeah.
Leather
Oh,
Week.
God,
It's
yeah.
like cuckoo for Cocoa
Yeah,
Puffs.
I've asked him for his understanding before the week started, and he's been very gracious. So, thank you very much, Corey.
Qué lindo. No, Corey's the best. But like so Florida Leather Week is over, you might have a day off together, blah, blah, blah. What do you binge watch together? What's something that you both go, yeah, let's go, put it on, and we could just watch it no matter what?
So,
I know that I've heard you're into Severance.
yeah. Oh God, I love Severance.
I hate that freaking show. I don't understand it. Are you really working or are you not? How is it that when you get out of work, you forgot that you worked? No, fuck that.
What season did you watch? All the time?
No, of course not. I
Oh,
let my
okay.
wife watch
All right.
by herself because it was too much.
Really?
And all
Yeah.
that gray, like it
Yeah.
just makes my heart hurt. Like, no.
Yeah.
But you like the morning show, and I'm into the morning
Yeah,
show.
the morning show is amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Jennifer Aniston is like powerful, and what's the blonde? Her counterpart,
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, I love her. Yeah, she's
Yes.
great. It's really a great season this year.
Yeah.
It's not over yet, but there's still a few episodes I think coming. Yeah, so I watched that. He really likes like historical sort of like
History
Downtown
Channel
Abbey
stuff?
kind
Oh,
of stuff, He
The
likes,
Crown
he
and
likes
stuff
some
like that?
documentaries. Yeah, things that's like right up his alley. So, and I'm not as much into that. I will watch it and it's good, except for when there are like Americans speaking in like either not using the right accent or their accent is terrible.
Or it's too strong.
Yeah, exactly. Because that really just throws me out of the show.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So he really likes that stuff. But we watch a lot of movies together. We watch. Oh God, there's a new show called Paribus, I think,
Okay.
on Apple TV.
Apple TV's coming out with some really hits lately.
Amazing. So it's the whole premise of the show is like everyone on Earth gets this virus, and there's like 12 people that it doesn't affect for some reason, and all these people like they become a hive mind. So it's really a great show.
I love End of Days.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Stuff.
Great show.
Like
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? Like it's anything to do with the end of the world, or like having to get through it and then like restart this whole place, right? And like I'm all into. So who rules the remote? You or Corey?
I probably
There's always
do.
one.
I do.
It's you. Okay.
I do.
I mean, again, you have to be real about that.
There's some. I really. He doesn't like TV as much as I do, but I love. There's so many.
It's an escape, Chuck. You know what I mean? Sometimes the world is just too much, and for whatever reason, like I could watch Project Runway from the first season to the 21st season, just like that, just because it like, ooh, okay, artistic, ooh, beautiful dress, ooh, you know, and it kind of like just gets your mind off crap, you know?
100%.
Okay, quick relationship question. Okay, I'm gonna ask you because this came up on a Dear FayWhat a couple of weeks back, and I'm just curious because I really do believe that you and Corey are a power couple, and I look up to you. So, quick question: sharing your location with your partner on your phone. I do it for safety or hell no?
Yes, we do actually. Yeah, we share each other's location.
Okay, see, there you go. Right, that wasn't so hard.
Yeah, I mean, it is really for safety. And I think in the beginning of a relationship, I think maybe you do it for a little bit more than that. But now it's like second nature. But it is nice to know, like, you know, if I'm expecting him and then I look and he's still at work, you know, because he got stuck in a meeting. It's nice to be able to have that, you know, tool.
You know, I've been cheated on, right? So I check
Amen,
it.
sister.
Amen. So I check it a lot, right? Like I literally would be like, "Hey, babe, on the way home. Hey, babe, 20 minutes and I'll be home." And she's like, "Why do you always tell me how long?" And I go, "Because in case you got somebody, get them the fuck out the house. I don't want to be a part of that. Like, don't break my heart again.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to know." But I do share my location, and it honestly is a safety thing. It's more like, you know, it's not like, you said you're at work and you're really at the pub. You're lying. You know, it's not for that.
No, I ain't got that kind of time. But you know,
I don't got time for that shit. You know what I mean? I don't have time for the drama. I need my partner to just be drama free, toxic free.
Absolutely.
You know, I need to be able to come home, lay my head, and just go there. You know?
Yeah.
Chuck, you know, you're one of those people who make our community stronger.
Thank you.
Sexier.
I hope so.
And safer. And safer. You know, thank you for all you do and for coming back to bed with me. You know, I'm starting to think that we need matching harnesses for round 3.
Done. Done. I'll get somebody on it.
Okay, I love that. All right, well, everyone, please check out FloridaLeatherWeek.com and Unveiled Visions Art. It's not just events; it's a celebration of art, identity, and connection. And of course, swing by the Eagle Wilton Manors for a drink. Chuck, look right into that camera and give them your best FayWhat.
FayWhat.
Yes. All right. We will see you all at the opening of the Florida Leather Week, and we will see you throughout Leather Week. Okay. Post pictures, tag us. We want to see all of that. Right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you so much for being in my bed.
Thank you, Steve and Luna.
Yay. Folks at home, stay curious, stay kinky, and stay fabulous.